I am Billy Costigan. While I was training at the State Police Academy, another man, Colin, was secretly the mob's spy. I came from a family with criminal ties. Because of my background, two senior officers, Captain Queenan and Sergeant Dignam, offered me a dangerous undercover assignment. My job was to infiltrate the crew of the powerful mob boss, Frank Costello. To make my criminal identity believable, I had to serve jail time for assault. After my release, I started selling drugs and intentionally started a fight to get Frank's attention. The plan worked. Frank met me, interrogated me, and even broke the cast on my arm with his boot. I endured the pain and denied being a cop, convinced he hired me, and I was officially inside his crew. Meanwhile, Colin, the real mole, was rising through the police ranks and feeding Frank information. He met the police psychiatrist, Madolin, and they started a relationship. As part of my probation, I was also forced to see Madolin. I was incredibly stressed from my undercover work. She and I formed our own close personal connection, and I started to trust her. Both the police and the mob realized they had a spy. My handlers tasked me with finding the police mole, while Frank tasked Colin with finding the rat in his crew. We were hunting each other. Colin figured out Captain Queenan was my contact and put him under surveillance. When I went to meet Queenan on a rooftop, Colin secretly tipped off Frank about our meeting. "What was that about?" "I didn't say anything," Lewis said, biting his lip, and was tempted, but Frank's crew ambushed our meeting. They threw Captain Queenan from the roof, killing him right in front of me. I barely escaped, but now my only police contact was dead. Sergeant Dignam got into a fight with Colin and quit the force. Colin took over the unit, found my undercover phone number, and contacted me, pretending to be my new handler. I didn't know who to trust, so I decided to end the mission. I gave Colin a tip about a big drug deal to trap Frank. Colin led the police raid and shot Frank dead, becoming a hero. He met with me in his office to restore my identity, but I spotted an envelope on his desk from Frank. I immediately realized Colin was the mole. I fled from the office and Colin erased my entire police file. I gave Madolin, the psychiatrist, a CD recording of Colin and Frank telling her to keep it safe. I arranged to meet Colin on the same rooftop where Queenan died, and I arrested him at gunpoint. Another officer arrived. As I took Colin down in the elevator, the doors opened, and I was shot in the head. I was shot by another officer, Berrigan, who revealed he was also Frank's mole. Colin immediately shot Berrigan, framing him as the only mole. My story ended in that elevator. Later, Colin returned to his apartment. The former Sergeant Dignam, my only other contact, was waiting for him. Dignam shot Colin dead, finally getting justice for me and Captain Queenan.